Super pumped that the driver is gonna take me for a ride in this ZR1 tomorrow. So let's get rowdy. Woo! Yeah. What's up, Sunday drivers? That's what you are now. We are going to Summit Point Motorsports Park to race on the Shenandoah circuit, which is considered one of the most technical tracks in America, supposedly, so 50-50 chance I'm gonna die. Regardless, hold on, I don't want to crash. I'm here with Dino from Speed Circuit, and we're trailering our two Exocets back there. And yeah, we have some issues. Oh, I have some issues. I don't have the proper brakes, and I've been driving with the wrong brakes, and this is the track where you probably don't want to have the cheapest brakes that Advance Auto sells. So we're gonna go ahead and try to switch that out before I get on the track.
Turn left onto High Road.
Also, I should probably change my oil in my car. So I'm really unprepared, but what I can say is that I just missed that turn. What are you?
I'm not.
Daddy.
Is there chocolate on my face?
No. Wait, yeah, let me get it. So I'm at Summit Point Motorsports Park, Shenandoah racetrack, and I ran out of gas. So the Exocet's right there. And yeah, I'm that guy, so killing it. We're off to a good start. About 3/4 into the warm-up session, like when everyone's going slow, there's no passing, I ran out of gas. So that was, you know, I'm really killing it so far. Luckily it was near the end of the track, so I was able to push my car back in after waiting for the session to end. But essentially, I'm already blowing it. So there's obviously no better time to make modifications to your car than when you're at the racetrack. So I'm going to be installing these new brake pads. They are Hawk DTC 60s, HB 149G505. So these are actual racing pads, not the junk that I have on here now, which I got from Advance Auto Parts for like, I mean, they weren't cheap, they were nice, but they're not racing pads. And at least now I have braking fluid that is meant for racing to withstand a higher temperature, especially when it's right next to my turbo, which is creating massive amounts of heat, so it won't boil over. But yep, gonna replace those. There's a thickness comparison.
So tell me what we have going on here, Peter.
Dino peer pressured me into changing my brakes to Hawks because he doesn't think Advance Auto brakes are good, and they're not.
He's
so.
probably right.
He's probably
about
right,
that.
yeah.
He being me.
Luckily, they're almost not worn, so I didn't need a clamp to put the new brakes on to push the piston in.
Good.
So let's see how this feels. I mean, I'm actually curious now. I just did a couple laps with the crap brakes. Now I'll do some laps with the new front brakes, and then maybe I'll get some back brakes on, and we'll see progressively what happens. And maybe I won't die. I started counting my turns on the back straight since that was my reference start-finish line. But up first is the 180-degree left-hander known as the loop, also known as turn 20. This is a 180-degree turn to the left. I just want to say that this isn't going to be necessarily my best lap with my best lines. Now since we cut the track short and we're not able to do all the turns, up here is our first right-hander known as the Old Ram, and that's going to take us into turns 4 and 5. These are also known as the Cave Esses. Then we make a left into the Hammer, which takes us onto our next straight and into the pistol grip part of the track. At the end of the straight is the Hook. And once we get to the end of this turn, we'll be going down turn 8 and 9, aka the Range S's. And here I am coming up on a Corvette. Alright, turn 11 to the right brings us up to the Bridge Straight, which is uphill, and almost lost it there. Alright, getting a point by here. You can really get on it in this car. This track is awesome for smaller cars. The Exocet really shines. Alright, right here is a quick drop off. It's like a roller coaster feeling. And this takes you into the coolest part of the track, in my opinion, aka the carousel, which makes you feel all weird and squishy. It really lets you get some G-forces down on you. You gotta be real careful coming out of this turn, because I have seen some people get launched out and hit the wall. So out of there, you're at the Karussel Esses, and then a hard, sharp right. You really gotta slow down here for turns 17 and 18, also known as the Corkscrew. And finally, as we approach the end of the track, we hit turn 19 and the Big Bend, and now we're back to the back straight. So that was one lap at Shenandoah Circuit. Awesome track. I really love it. It's very interesting, I have to say. Shenandoah is super technical. It's very tight, and the Exocet really did well here because a lot of cars did not get the opportunity to pass me in the top end. Usually, like at tracks like Watkins Glen, the cars were passing me on the straights because they were able to get up to 150 miles an hour, and my Exocet usually tops out at about 120 miles an hour. So since most cars weren't able to get that high, I wasn't getting lapped or passed, so that's awesome. So I gotta say that I was probably among one of the fastest people in my group. I was in the intermediate group. One thing that was very irritating was, I guess, all the altitude changes of this track were causing the hood to flop around a little bit more than normal, and the hood pins kept coming unpopped, and the hood wanted to like fly away. So I had to apply a lot of duct tape to get that to stay. The next track we're going to is Road Atlanta in Atlanta, Georgia, and hopefully that goes well. So that's it, guys. That was my trip to West Virginia for the Shenandoah track at Summit Point Motorsports Park. It was an awesome time. I had a lot of fun, really enjoyed it, met some awesome people. I can't wait to take my car to more tracks around the East Coast. If you have any interest in seeing me do that, or you enjoyed this video, please give us a big like and subscribe, and thanks again for watching. Have a good one.